So you like speed, huh? So you want speed. How is this for speed? Dallas still stinks. You're by the way, King Dingbat here, and I hope everybody's having a great day. I hope you guys are doing well. So we have been waiting. We have been waiting for the Eagles to sign that wide receiver that we can say, man, he helps Jalen Hurts. This offense has vastly improved now. We've been waiting for it. I know I have. Well, guess what? The Eagles, they signed a wide receiver. Just not the guy we thought they would sign, okay? But they signed one nonetheless. And I know a lot of you guys, including myself, are also on the Honey Badger watch. We are waiting to see if Howie Vision, we're all just living in it, signs the Honey Badger, helping and improving this defense. But this video is going to be about wide receiver because the Eagles just made a move. And before we get started on it, I got to say, if you're new to the channel, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe for Eagles content daily, as well as other NFL news and whatever dingbat thoughts I have. You definitely don't want to miss it, especially in the month of April when the draft is coming. And if you've been subscribed for a while, just double check, double moonwalk check. That, just make sure you're still subscribed. YouTube's been unsubscribing people from other YouTubers as well as mine. Just double check, make sure you're still subscribed, because I'm telling you, it's going to get crazy, especially next week. You don't want to miss it. We're going to be very, very busy. Now, today, the Eagles has signed a wide receiver. And I find it funny because, I'm a superstitious guy. Every time I'm on the road this offseason, except for one time when they signed Hassan Reddick, the Eagles make a move. Every time I get on the same highway, they make a move. And I was headed back to the house for an early lunch. And of course, the Eagles, and it's like early lunch, like breakfast, but I was coming back early to do a video. And of course, the Eagles make a move. The Eagles today signed a wide receiver from Oregon. Now, when I think of receivers from Oregon, I always think speed, okay? Speed. And that's exactly what the Eagles signed today, a guy with speed. The Eagles signed 27-year-old Devon Allen, a two-time Olympian in hurdles. He worked out for the NFL scouts at the Oregon Pro Day, leading to a contract offer for the Eagles. He hasn't played, get this, he hasn't played since 2016. Okay, he hasn't played since 2016. Three-time Olympian. And, the Eagles signed him. At the Pro Day, he ran a 4.35. He is 6 foot, 185 pounds, I believe. And he comes into the fold. Now, let's make no mistake about it. This guy is a project. This is something the Eagles are saying to themselves, look, this guy's got some tools. He's got speed. I mean, you saw the intro that I did. You see him, see him run the 40. If you listen to the very end, everybody's gasping. Like he really shocked everybody with speed. He's fast. He is a fast guy. Hasn't played a lot of football, and he clearly is a project. But what they could be thinking of is, here you bring in a guy, 27 years old, and you see what he can do. At best, I think maybe he can give you something on special teams. The Eagles have to improve their special teams, okay? Especially as a returner. The Eagles don't do great in punt returns anymore. They don't do great in kickoff returns anymore. It's annoying. I need a drink. Pinky up. Pinky always up for Italians. That means class. You know what I mean? No? I just need to get myself a big-ass pinky ring. I'm working on it. But this clearly is a project, right? A guy you're going to bring in. He doesn't cost you anything. If he makes a team, great. If he doesn't, maybe you keep him on the practice squad. But, he has some speed. And maybe that's what the Eagles are looking for, a little more speed. I think Quez has great speed. I think Devontae has good speed. John Hightower has great speed. But I don't know where Hightower really is in terms of favor for the Eagles. I don't know how much they think of him. So, I mean, this clearly is a bench signing, a project signing. The guy's 27 years old. If he's going to play in the NFL, he kind of needs to do it now. He probably maybe ends up on the practice squad or something like that. But hey, look, I'm a big believer in that today's NFL. More important than having that big physical receiver, you have to have speed. I think speed's more important than size in today's NFL. You can still not have be the biggest guy in the world, but you can have physicality. I mean, just look at Deebo Samuels. He's a perfect example. He's not 6'4", 6'5", but he's a very physical wide receiver. You could use him all over the place. And speaking of Deebo Samuel, I'm sure you guys have seen by now on Twitter where he's taken all his stuff off of, relations to the 49ers. So he took 49ers out of all his profile stuff. It might have been Instagram or Twitter, both, I don't know. But to me, Twitter, Instagram, it's like all the same thing. A place where you go that you have to be careful what you say because you're going to get censored. I'm always getting censored. I get shadow banned all the time. It happens. You just don't see it because I'm hidden, so I have to be very careful what I say. But anyways, Deebo Samuel took all that stuff down, and people are saying, "Oh, is he going to get moved? What's going to happen?" It seems like nowadays, when a player wants a contract with a team, the one thing they seem to do is take down any mention of that team in their profile away, almost like a negotiation tactic or something like that. Deebo Samuel ain't going anywhere. 49ers would be insane. They would have to be insane to get rid of that guy. And if they did, then the Eagles better get him. But that won't happen either. But, I mean, you have to have speed in today's NFL. Now, if you're big and you're physical and you have speed on top of it, even better. That's why a guy like the kid from North Dakota State University, Christian Watts, that's why he's very intriguing. He's fast and he's like 6'4". You get guys that tall that have speed, I think you got to jump on guys like that. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because they don't grow on trees. But I think speed is more important in today's NFL than size, as long as you're somewhat physical. So to me, like a big physical receiver who's really slow, like let's say Alshon Jeffrey, like Alshon Jeffrey when he came over to the Eagles in 2017, to me was like on that border of you can't be any slower than this guy right now. In 2017, in 2018, 2019 when he got hurt, he got even slower. It was too slow. If you look at the teams, just look at the NFC Championship game. Look at the team's wide receivers. They weren't all big and physical, but they were all fast. I mean, the only guy I could think of was decent size was T. Higgins, and he has decent speed and decent size. So I think speed's important at wide receiver. This kid clearly is a project, maybe a special team guy at best. But I think it's an intriguing signing because, of course, he was an Olympian, and that's interesting that he's trying to make the transition. And it tells me a little bit like, hey, look, the Eagles are looking for a little more speed, and I think they need it. I think that's today's game in the NFL. Now, best case scenario, maybe this kid develops into a special teamer or something, but he's going to be a long shot to make the team. He's also going to probably, if he can be on the practice squad, I'm sure that's where they would like to keep him or stash him away. But it's a signing intriguing nonetheless. Now, I don't think this has anything to do with if the Eagles will still get a wide receiver through a trade or through the draft, okay? Let's get another sip. We're drinking a little Zevia today. Mountain Zevia. It's supposed to taste like Mountain Dew. Actually, pretty damn good. Just tastes a little more like Sprite than the Mountain Dew to me, but it's got a lot of caffeine. Pick you up. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. But anyways, so to me, this isn't going to affect what they're going to do with the wide receiver position. Like I said, trade or draft. It's leaning and looking more and more like they're going to draft the guy, right? I still think you got to make a trade, but it looks like they're going to draft somebody. There's a lot of wide receivers in this draft that I like. I've got to tell you right now, I think the Eagles draft the wide receiver in the second round. But if they draft the wide receiver in the first round, I'm telling you, man, I really, really have been watching a lot of Garrett Wilson. I really like him a lot. I don't know if he's the exact fit that they're looking for opposite Devontae Smith, but I would say like him, Treylon Burks, one of those guys to me would absolutely be fantastic. But I like I said, there's a lot of receivers out there, man. You could, Chris Oliver, he's out there. There's a lot of receivers out there. Drake London, which I'm telling you, he might be good, but those USC receivers I just want to stay away from. But Garrett Wilson intrigues me. Treylon Burks I like a lot. Like, I think those guys would be good picks in the first round. And then the second round, there's guys like, I like Pickens a lot. I like Watson. There's a lot of good wide receivers in this draft. And I think if the Eagles play it right, you can probably get a guy in the second round, use your first round picks for defense, come back, get a wide receiver in the second round. But we don't know what the Eagles are going to do. I mean, there's a thought also, that the Eagles could go in this draft and say, hey, we're going to go offense and surprise everybody, because the Eagles haven't really addressed the offense yet. So they may do it early in the draft. What if they take an offensive lineman in the first round and then a wide receiver and then come back like in the second round and try to get like Ojabo or something like that? Anything is possible with Howie Roseman. What I know, what I've been saying over the last few days is, at some point they've got to address this offense, and until they address this offense, it's hard to see where this team is going to get better offensively. So I expect something to happen. It's just a matter of when. Anyways, I will be back later today with a video. We got the Philly Shakedown podcast. It's tonight on Joe Shake's channel. Don't miss out on that. And with that said, take care. Talk to you later. Of course, don't be a dingbat. I'm starting to have this theory, and I forgot, and I apologize for not saying on the way out, it's Howie Vision. We're all just living in it. But I'm starting to have this theory that the whole entire reason why the Eagles aren't more active and why they're not bringing in more guys is because they're waiting until Kelly Green comes back. The fact that they can't have Kelly Green this year, I think it's putting everything on hold. Because as soon as you come out and you show the new Kelly Green, and by the way, I listened to that Jeffrey Lurie press conference and statement like 100 times, okay? He specifically says, when it regards to the jersey, he says it's going to be the Jerome Brown, Randall Cunningham, Reggie White one, which means this is going to be on the logo. That's exciting. That's so exciting that I'm going to have to go out and buy another Randall Cunningham jersey today. I just have to get it done. Kelly Green. Now, the Eagles are smart. They when they show off the all black jerseys with the all black helmet that they're going to wear next year, when they show those off, because they'll have a press release showing it off, they also need to do the Kelly Green and start selling Kelly Green merchandise right away. Sell it right away so I can get a Devontae Smith Kelly Green right away. That's what I want to do. With that said, Denzel Washington out.